It's like almost 6 o'clock in the morning. I can't sleep. I'm feeling in a ranty mood since I'm not sleeping. I might as well do something. I've had insomnia now for the past week. Like, I'm able to get to sleep, but it takes me like fucking forever. I normally go to sleep at around 4, like, and I turn over twice and I'm asleep in 5 minutes. Lately, it's been like lying in sleep for 2 hours, just waiting for it to come. It's terrible. Anyway, I saw Ghost Rider tonight, and it was the fucking worst movie I've ever seen in my life, and I've seen a lot of bad movies. You know, this movie made me so, like, I'm so angry at it. I don't know what to do. So pissed. I've never felt like hurting somebody after watching a movie. Like, usually, okay, say that movie sucked, it was, you know, but here's how they could have fixed it, and this movie is such a leaky boat. Like, there's no salvaging it. Like, the CGI was pretty amazing, and that was about as far as it went. Maybe there was one little chuckle in the movie, one thing that was a little bit funny. Oh, it's fucking atrocious, so I'm going to spoil the shit out of it for you, by the way. So, there's this, you know, he's a motorcycle guy, Johnny Blaze. He ends up trading his soul to save his dad, who's got cancer. And then, of course, you know, makes his dad better the next day, but then his dad dies, like, in a motorcycle accident, which is kind of funny, but that was probably the funniest part of the movie. Anyway, so the devil, you know, is played by Peter Fonda, and then his son comes down, and his son and him are, you know, at ends, and one's trying to wrestle power from the other, but they don't really tell you that, and I was like, why? They dress exactly the same way, so I was like, why has the devil got a new guise? Why is he this young guy? Goes to a bar and kills a bunch of people, which doesn't make any sense. He summons up his little henchmen, which are 3 guys that represent water and earth and air, and then, you know, Hell Ghost Rider's fire. He ends up fighting each of these guys, and it's like a 10-second battle, and like, Johnny Blaze beats them so easy, it's not even funny. Like, they squash him with a truck, and they're like, oh yeah, job well done. But then, of course, Johnny Blaze turns the guy around, taps him on the shoulder, and then fucking wails on him, like hits him with one punch. He goes flying, and then he grabs his chain and wraps it around him, and it just doesn't even do anything, just lets a chain wrap around him and just hang there. I'm like, good fight. And then he beats up the fucking air guy, which is the funniest. He rides his motorcycle up the building, which that didn't bother me that much, but he gets to the top of the building, he's like, I'm gonna fight this air guy. So the air guy, you know, dissipates, and he keeps swinging through him, and he can't do anything. Oh, so what does he do? He starts swinging his chain around like this, with like a little fan in front of him. Doesn't even, like, not on him, just in front of him. And he's like, oh no, he's swirling, I'm finished. It's so stupid. Oh, he hog-ties a helicopter too. The helicopter comes up just shortly before the fight. He swings his chain around and, you know, starts trying to look like he's hog-tying, and then he actually says, Yahoo! Oh, it's so bad. It's so predictable. And then, of course, he makes the deal with the devil's son, Blackheart. Blackheart tells him, look, I got your girlfriend. You get me this girl I need to take over the start the end of days, and I'll give you the girl back. So, of course, he gets the scroll, but then he ends up having to go to this town where this other shit happened with the old Ghost Rider, and he drives through a swamp, and his third henchman jumps him, and I'm like, wait a minute, he's bringing the scroll to Blackheart. It's supposed to be, okay, come on in, we want the scroll, but he attacks him. Like, it doesn't make sense. Why would you send your henchman to attack somebody who's bringing you something? Anyway, he just, like, for a second, you know, Johnny's like, oh, I'm drowning, I'm underwater, and then he just goes, not, and he just turns all fiery, but he just dissipates. Like, that's it, that's the fight. This movie makes me so angry. There's so many bad one-liners in it. There's so many bad lines, period. Like, when the Devil's Son opens up the scroll and he's going to use it, all it does is it fills him with like 1,000 evil souls, and this is supposed to make him, like, you know, end of days happen, but they're humans. What are they going to do? Like, so his eyes turn all red. He looks kind of cool. He looks okay. But, like, he reads the scroll, and all you figure, okay, he's going to start speaking in Latin or some weird language. All he says is, all of you now, you're mine. He starts eating all the souls. It's so fun. Nick Cage is said to have written parts of this movie, and I don't know if he was on like a coke binge or something, or he's just like, you know, high-fiving all of his rich friends in the background, just saying, oh, we pulled one over on you fuckers. And he's supposed to love Ghost Rider. He actually has a Ghost Rider tattoo on him, which they had to, like, edit out or put makeup on the cover because he's such a big fan. But the movie is a fucking giant turd sandwich. Like I said, I think it is the worst movie. The reason I can call it the worst movie is because there are movies that are worse as far as script or as far as like production values or acting, but these movies generally are made on like fucking like, you know, just little tiny budgets, like basically mom's making the sandwiches because you guys can't afford to feed the crew type of thing. So that, you know, is excusable. But this movie cost $120 million. $120 million. Like, how do you make such a shitty, like, it blows my mind. They have such a good source material. You have fucking Ghost Rider who, you know, looks cool and everything and just has a cool purpose in life. He's like awesome, and they take it and it's like, I can't even put it into words how much I hate this movie, and I can't stop laughing at it. Like, I feel like I'm crazy right now after watching this movie. I'm crazy. I think I've lost something. I think a crowd should run over Nick Cage and just chant like, break his legs, and they break his legs. Like, they break his legs for like hours, and they keep breaking them. Oh my god, I'm starting to get all flap happy now. It's starting to get in the happy hour. Maybe I'll be able to get to sleep sometime soon, but I'm really going to pull a prank on my best friend Liam. I'm going to build him up. My buddy John and I are both going to build him up and say, this is the best movie I ever made. Liam's going to start watching it and going to kind of, okay, it's probably going to break late. He's probably, you know, they have to set it up. It's the shitty setup, and then they go into the kick-ass movie, and so and he's going to come out of the theater and he's just going to start punching both of us at the same time. I hope he doesn't watch, Liam. I hope you don't watch this, because, you know, it'd be funnier if we can get you with this incredible movie. So moving, so touching. I think everyone should just go see it. Just, you know how someone says, don't watch this because, you know, it's that bad, and you're always like, oh, how bad could it be? And then you go and watch it and you go, oh my god. I feel like I'm covered in burning garbage. Like, somebody help me. It's in my brain. I can't get it out. I think I'm pretty much done. Look at the bags on my eyes. I'm tired.